see what I'm saying? So it was a bunch of things that messed them up.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go back to the Diplomats, but since I have you here, I want to ask you about some Harlem history.
Mm-hmm.
You were around the whole time that they were the Diplomats, basically. Were you around during the period when Cam and Mase started to have their differences?
When Cam and Mase had their differences, no.
You weren't around?
That was the first album. I wasn't around them. I know Mase, I know Cam. Like I said, we played basketball and all that, but they was around each other. We wasn't around them when that album came out. We was around them for the second album.
Right.
When the second album dropped, that's when we got with Cam. That first album, when they was beefing and all that, we had nothing to do with that. We'd go to Allen Iverson party and see Mase and all that, and be fucking with Mase, and we see Mase more because at this time Mase was the big dog.
Yeah.
So we wasn't around for the Mase and Cam beef, but I know the history on it.
All right.
From like standing next to the people talking about it, so I know the history on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd like to ask you, were you around during the period when Mase had his differences? Because this ended up on hip hop on a song.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Mase made a song called "Same Niggas" or something like that. Were you around during the period when Mase and Baby J from Lincoln had their differences?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Pablotti?
Yes.
Can you give me?
Pablotti was my man.
Could you give me?
Pablotti was running around like he is what his name, what they say his name was. You get what I'm saying? Pablotti was with Mase, so that whole thing was like, you know how he was messing with somebody's girl.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, baby mama, and some niggas wasn't. You get what I'm saying? I really don't be like talking on other people's politics, but that's just what it was. It was over a girl, and Pablotti was Mase man, and the dude was taking everybody chains.
Yeah.
You get what? Maine was taking everybody chains.
Right.
Maine was a made nigga. Maine's brand was called Made Nigga.
Okay.
Maine was fucking with a chick that was down with Jay-Z and them. So Maine used to have Rockefeller leathers on before anybody had Rockefeller leathers. He was getting that chicken. He had the big 500 bands on 20s. Nigga coming to the club with white mink on, white hat, or like fucking them up. You know what I mean? He was getting to that bag. He was a real nigga.
Right.
So he felt a type of way. And that's really as much as I can, because that's not my story to tell, but that's what happened. Okay. I can tell you what happened, but the nuances and intricacies of it, I wasn't around them to, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna make no shit up.
Got it. Okay. What do you think about the public disrespect and ongoing feud between Jim and Cam that's played out online?
You mean the public disrespect? I mean,
they disrespect
each other in public?
Yeah.
I don't like that. You know, I went through a similar situation like that, but not really in public like that. So I don't like that. And I believe that shit is listen, there's only two ways. They could really sit down by themselves and have a conversation, and when two people is willing to have a conversation, anything could happen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If they willing to sit down and have a conversation and accept each other's wrong, that could be resolved. But then you gotta look at it like, I see both sides. Like, as far as when I say I see both sides, I mean like as far as like not both sides of who right or who wrong.
Yeah.
You know, because I think Jim feel like if I was gonna ride on Mase for you, and then you get back with Mase, but me and Mase ain't get back cool, how does that dynamic work? You get what I'm saying?
I think it's
no, that's a part of it. Not the whole thing, but I'm talking about like, let's just say they started talking after all of the bullshit, because they done went through not speaking.
Right.
I'm saying like that could be one reason why Jim feel a certain type of way from.
I believe he does feel that.
You see what I'm saying?
Them guys was, they was high school
and then
basketball
Cam
TV.
could say, I don't take none of our shit to the internet.
Yeah.
So when I say I could see both ways,
They both have taken it to the internet.
no, now I'm talking about in the like I think it was the Funkmaster Flex.
Yeah.
Then Cam did the live. So like I don't like none of that shit. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's I think they should have a private conversation and talk like brothers and admit on whoever. Like if Jim say, yo, this is what made me feel a certain type of way. If Cam was wrong, he need to admit to it, and vice versa with Jim.
Yeah.
That's to me that's what if I had to say so with it, I'm sitting them down, locking them in, and y'all figure that shit out, B.
Right.
Or the other thing is, you know, like, yo, get that shit off your chest and then go smoke a blunt afterwards.
I think they probably should just go ahead and rumble and get over it.
Shoot 5 minutes and then smoke a blunt and have a drink afterwards.
Yeah, and just go ahead and live your life after
if y'all can't talk. Because they really, let me explain something to you. They really was brothers. Jim Jones is on the song with Destiny Child. He's the first album.
Yeah.
He's on the song with Destiny Child.
I didn't know
He been there. Them niggas, listen to me, man. They need to fix that, but it ain't for me to, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once, once shit hit the public, it kind of changed the dynamic of things. Like we seeing that the past couple of days with Papoose and Remy Ma. Once the shit hits the public, it adds a whole different.
I gotta say something about that, B.
I was gonna lead you into that. We gotta do some current events. We gotta do some current events.
We gotta do some current.
All right, so you following what's going on? It's messy, man.
Yo, now listen. I remember we did a show in Apollo, and I had like 2 ounces of hazel. Remember, used to be like, see, that's why I fucking hate y'all Taliban niggas. Y'all never want to share with me. She been on Demon Time. Yeah. Like, she been like that. So, but I Remy wrong in this one. I ain't feeling that whole shit.
I believe now that she's posting the pictures with the nigga, with the guy that she was a married woman. And it's essentially adultery. She disrespected their marriage vows, and she's posted the pictures now. So obviously, she's very, very wrong. But I'd like to hear from you how you feel about what's been going on the last 48 hours. It's been crazy.
Okay, the thing is this, right? I believe, like, for instance, right? If a man rape a woman, I'm sorry. If a man violate a woman and she don't, let's just say she don't get you locked up or nothing. You can't terrorize her now. You can't like be mad or like, okay, the victimizer can't become the victim.
Definitely.
So what I mean by that is you cheated on that man. Forget, I don't know their history.
Yeah.
But let's start there, where this shit came to us at. See, a lot of people don't understand that, where y'all give us your life and then don't want us to have no opinion. It don't work that way.
Yeah.
So you can't cheat on that man, and then now he got somebody else, and he get a divorce, and now you airing all the dirty laundry out. And then he's airing all the dirt. That shit corny.
Yeah.
But I look at her like, yo, take the L and don't say nothing. That's how the shit go away.
Right.
Whatever's going on in their house, never supposed to hit the internet. Right, wrong, and different, because you know why? They share a daughter together.
Yeah.
So you shitting on her mother, you shitting on his father, her father, at the end of the day, you confusing her.
Yeah. And that content is not going nowhere. It's
but that's corny.
Yeah.
Whatever goes on in that house is supposed to stay in the house. Whatever y'all showed us, meaning we found out you was messing with this dude. That touched the airwaves.
Right.
So now you can't come back on the airwaves and try to make Papoose look whack. You can't do that. That's why I said I ain't feeling her on that. I don't need to know what happened inside their household. Nobody should know that.
Right.
Protect your daughter's feelings. Your daughter, let's just say when she's 5, 6, 7, 8 years old and she got to go to school and the kids is teasing her. So y'all care more about that than how mental health? That's corny to me. That's corny to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Terrible.
You know what it is. Iron Sheik, a.k.a. Abdullah the Butcher, a.k.a. Akbar the Rockstar, a.k.a. Warlord, a.k.a. Black Adam. Fresh out the South Bronx, fresh in the flesh, official tissue down to the bone bristle. Y'all now tapping in with Gully TV.
What's up? What's up? This is Royce the 5'9", and right now you checking out the notorious Gully TV. Don't go nowhere.